we open up and speak the truth and make suggestions objectively so that we can see a clear road to our prosperity. We normally don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize in order to correct, we will only do such a thing so that there will be development. We are not criticizing to destroy but to build. And remember, whenever we criticize, we are mindful of the fact that we also stand to be criticized. My brother, my sister, I'm not always right, but I try as much as possible to bring you nothing but the bare facts and the truth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo. And I'm most excited to be with you. Today we have a number of beautiful stories, and you can join me live on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Xylophone 102.1 FM, and our YouTube page, where we are also streaming live, is Xylophone Media, and our xylophone is spelled Zylofon. That is Zylofon. We are also live on Xylophone TV. My brother, my sister, I appreciate you. Now let us begin with something that is so interesting. And I'm reading this from my Joy Online. It was published today, the 29th day of October 2021, and written by one Pa Kwesi Shandoff. And this is from my Joy Online. It says, Akufo-Addo is the most lawless president Ghana has ever had. And this is attributed to Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo. Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo. Interesting. A founding member of the governing New Patriotic Party. You need to hear this attentively. This is a founding member of the New Patriotic Party, the government in power. I read. A founding member of the governing New Patriotic Party, NPP, has described Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as the most lawless president the country has ever had. According to Nyaho Tamaklo, the president does not obey the country's laws as a leader, resulting in the culture of brazen impunity which has crept into the local government system. Addressing the press at his residence on Thursday, that's yesterday, he decried the current breakdown of law and order in the country, describing the situation to the posture of attributing the situation to the posture of the president. I beg your pardon. Stating his stance as a member of the NPP and a senior statesman, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo said the situation of lawlessness must be cured immediately. In his view, Ghana is a democratic state ruled by law, and therefore the law must be applied to whoever violates it or sidesteps it for their individual gain, he emphasized. On the recent approval of MMDCEs, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo said the reports and allegations of bribery, oppression and widespread confusion were a blight on the country's democracy, which must be condemned by all and sundry. Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo also called for investigations into the reports of violence and chaos that marred the approval of metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives (MMDCEs) in some parts of the country. Explaining the cause of the happenings, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo indicated that the reasons given by the assembly members for their rejection included lack of development in their localities, lack of good human relations on the part of chief executives and others. My brother, my sister, I'll leave it here. This is Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo. He is a senior member, senior statesman. He is also at the same time a founding member of the New Patriotic Party. He is pointing accusing fingers at the president as the most lawless president we have ever had in this country. My brother, my sister, what do you think about this? A founding member of the NPP. This is not in the opposition. This is not in the CPP. This is not in any other party, but from the party in power. NPP. And he says that the president Nana Akufo-Addo is the most lawless president this country has ever had. And he's mentioned some things here. My brother, my sister, in fact, apart from being lawless, the president is arrogant. Apart from being lawless, the president is a sleepy one, so lousy and so incompetent. My brother, my sister, we are not just throwing words around. Come together, let us reason as usual. A president who would continue to ride a private jet when there is one in this country. And he has two reasons. He cannot use the current private jet we have in Ghana. It is too small for his entourage. He doesn't also have baths, shower, so that he can have his shower whilst in the skies. When he arrives, he goes straight into a meeting. But it has come out, my brother, my sister, that the reason the president really wanted a bigger jet could be attributed to the fact that he might be carrying on with extramarital affairs on the same plane. We have seen some so-called presidential side chicks on the same private jet. I don't want to give any energy to these things. But my brother, my sister, in this country, when you look at how our law and order is operating, you realize that we have a long way to go. Today, as I was making my way to the studio, I saw so many policemen on the street wielding guns. My brother, my sister, around La Paz area and all those areas, I saw fully dressed policemen holding guns. Much as we want the law and order, do we truly need guns like that on the streets? Policemen holding guns, sophisticated guns on the streets, and all maxed up. Is it a police state? I'm just asking. Is it to intimidate people? It's good to have policemen on the street. Fine. Like we have in so many other countries. But why the guns? Maybe we need a certain level of explanation. I am happy to see police people on the street, but with guns. Is it okay? I'm just asking you. I know that I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't mind even if they hold bombs and weapons of mass destruction. But is it ethical? Would it frighten people? Would it help to bring law and order? Just asking the questions. If you have a president, my brother, my sister, who would not listen to the people, continue to fly his private jet, pay huge sums of money to owners of the private jet, carrying his entourage, including prostitutes, my brother, my sister, you check it out and you realize that a lot of our tax money might just be going to the wrong people. We have a president who has no respect for local authority, traditional authority. He can speak anyhow to any chief at all. Yet, my brother, my sister, he claims that he's law-abiding. My brother, my sister, we have seen how committees have come up with their reports, and the so-called law-abiding president, my brother, my sister, has not been able to implement some of these decisions of these great, these great people who sat in a committee to come out with a certain decision. My brother, my sister, there is still wanton corruption in this country. And the law agencies have not been able to hold that down, at least for the time being. So if Nyahota Maklo says that his own president is the most lawless president, my brother, my sister, he might not be too far away from the truth. They say when the fruits fall off a tree, He doesn't fall too far away from the tree. He couldn't be too far away from the truth. My brother, my sister, today I'm going to take it cool and easy. I leave it here. Let me tackle the next thing. And yes, today we have a number of things. And I need all of us to open our ears and our eyes and look at these things very, very seriously. The next thing I want to look at is this. And it reads, Akim Swedro, MP, presents bill to allow dual citizens to hold public office. Akim Swedro, MP, presents bill to allow dual citizens to hold public office. And I read, Akim Swedro, MP, Kennedy Osei-Nyako, has laid before Parliament a bill that, if passed, will allow persons with dual citizenship to hold public office in Ghana. The Citizenship Amendment Bill presented on Thursday has been forwarded to the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. Currently, Ghana, who are citizens of other countries, are barred from holding public office, such as Chief Justice, Ambassador or High Commissioner, Chief Fire Officer, Chief Director of a Ministry, Inspector General of Police, Member of Parliament, etc., etc. But the bill is seeking to have such restrictions removed. I leave it. My brother, these are the people who are not patriotic. Akim Swedro, MP. And his name is what? Kennedy Osei-Nyako. The next election, his people should be voting him out quickly. He wants to owe allegiance to another country. That's what it means. Dual citizenship is simple. I'm a citizen of Ghana, citizen of America. So I have become a bat. I am neither a dog nor a bird. Or better still, I am both. Because my mouth looks like the mouth of a dog. My ears look like the ears of a dog. But I have wings like a bird. But I am not a bird. But I am a bird. I am not a dog. But I am a dog. My brother, my sister, this issue of dual citizenship is a very shameful one. And I want all of us to sit back and look at it. In the past, at least, 2 MPs have been clamped down for holding dual citizenship and trying to be MPs of this country. Both of them succeeded in becoming MPs, and the law came back to bite them. One of them is dead and gone. The other one still has the case in court. My brother, if you want to hold a public office in Ghana, you have no business being a citizen of another country. Give your everything, your body, your mind, and your soul to the country called Ghana. Is it difficult to understand? These are the people, the smallest noise they hear in Ghana, they pick their passports, run away from their Ghanaian citizenship and statuses, and go to America and England where they are also citizens. And then they talk there like Americans. When they are in Ghana, they try to talk like Ghanaians. When they are in America, they are Americans. This bill should never be passed. It will be a slap on the face of patriotism. It will be a big kick to the groin of Kwame Nkrumah and his idea of nationalism. My brother, my sister, after the LGBTQI plus issues, some MPs tried to leave this country and travel to some other places after opposing the bill and some other such things. And I always make it clear, my brother, my sister, for you to hold a public office in this country, you must be 100% Ghanaian, very patriotic, and not a citizen of any other country. True or false? How do you become the citizen of another country? You have to swear to abide by the rules. And by being a citizen of that country, you have to put that country first. Trump says America first. So if you are a citizen of America, you have to hold that high. So if America is first, and you are a citizen of America and Ghana, which one now becomes first? Is it America or is it Ghana? Stop this hypocrisy. This is a very shameful thing this MP is trying to push. Very shameful. And the people of Akim Swedro should be watching this man carefully. These are the people, my brother, my sister, with the slightest noise. These are the people, my brother, my sister, we have seen in the past, who would create the confusion, and when there is so much mayhem, they sneak out of this country and go away. These are the people who will not work hard to deal with the hospitals and the schools and such things. They send their children abroad. After all, they are citizens of those countries. So their children would have easy access to health, easy access to education, whilst we are still here sitting in mad houses and be taught by one teacher teaching over 30 classrooms. Dual citizenship should never be allowed to hold offices in this country. My brother, it's your choice. If you want to have triple citizenship, quadruple citizenship, 1 billion citizenship, is unto you, but you cannot hold an office in this country. That's it. It's hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, my brother, my sister. You want to hold dual citizenship. You claim you are a Ghanaian and an American at the same time. There are laws in Ghana that are different from the laws of America. Which ones are you holding up to? Or you wait, when you are in America, you hold their laws, and when you leave America and come to Ghana, you hold their. What kind of a human being? Are you a chameleon? Are you a chameleon? Everybody must be forced, as long as you want to hold public offices in this country, to hold one citizenship, and that is the citizenship of the Republic of Ghana. That's it. If you don't want that, then you cannot hold public offices. We are fed up with these people flying left, right, and center to cure their diseases abroad, whilst we stay here and die because of their foolish and stupid decisions. They crash down hospitals night and day, telling us that they will build them back. 2 years gone, and not a brick has even been put there. They cut the sword. Every day they are cutting sword all over the place. Sword cutters, yet nothing happens. Crazy hypocrites. And fire is burning them in different places. My brother, my sister, we are fed up with these people. And what we want is very simple. We want all of them, my brother, my sister, to be kicked out, so that we will have patriotic people taking care of our country. It's not by force for you to be a public office holder. Once you decide in your own volition to be a public office holder, my brother, you cannot hold a double citizenship. Finished. We don't want chameleons as public office holders. We want human beings who are extra patriotic. Can you go to America and say you are going to hold public offices with dual citizenship? Can you do that? That you want to be the president of America and you are a citizen of Ghana and at the same time a citizen of America. Can you do that? What they say, America first. So which one is first now? Can a Ghanaian who holds an American citizenship and a Ghanaian citizenship be the president of America? America first. Where would you stand? We will not tolerate it. And I wish that they will put it into law that as long as you hold a public office, especially MPs, ministers of state and all that, none of them should fly out of the country for health reasons, educational reasons. No, everything should be done here. They will all be forced to push for the agenda to have better health facilities, better education facilities, so that we all will have a better country. True or false? Are you not fed up that Minister of Health himself is running out of this country and traveling to South Africa for treatment? Finance Minister recently went all the way to the white man's land to treat coronavirus. me and you had to stay here and be encouraged to eat Kobe and dawadawa? Why did the Minister of Finance not eat the Kobe and dawadawa? That fellow Ghanaians was telling us during the broadcast. But they ran all the way to the white man's land, America, England, to treat their coronavirus. Me and you who cannot afford, me and you who have no access to the taxpayers' money, me and you who have no access to stealing, cannot go. We will stay here, eat the momone, eat the Kobe, eat the dawadawa, and flash out. They don't care. This is the only country whose citizens are in some other countries and suffering, and yet the president and the whole nation does not care. Everybody is quiet. Ghanaians are dying in Libya. Oh, who sent them there? If the president can tell a flower chief, no, he should go and build it so carelessly and so arrogantly. President who used to sit in the trotro and drink calipo, today he says he wants a private jet with so much room, 2 showers, with his prostitutes sitting around him. I sympathize with the first lady. How does this make you feel? That you sit in the house and cook all the sumptuous dishes for your husband, only for him to be gallivanting around the world with gay and lesbian prostitutes. Lord God have mercy. How do you feel? How do you feel? Tell me. If this matter turns out to be the truth and nothing else, it will be a slap on the face of democracy in Ghana. It will be a slap on the face of competence in this country. Why is it that almost all our presidents have some of these things around them? President Mahama, Papano, President Kufuor, Giselle Yazi. We all remember Aka. We all remember Rawlings. Look at how his death and funeral got mad by children springing up from nowhere saying that this was our father. Right at the funeral. People springing up from Mars, some coming from Venus. Oh, that's my father. Huh? How? My brother, my sister, Kufuor, Giselle Yaji, my brother, my sister, Aka Jemima Yale. You all remember Jemima Yale, don't you? Some of these Indomie boys won't remember. Giselle Yazi. We all remember Rawlings and some other ladies whose names were peddled around. We remember Mahama, Papano. Now, it is Sewa Bruni. Why? In my days, old men would not even have the erection to do some of these things. They wouldn't even have the time. They've had the best of their days. Sex is not one of their priorities. But in these days of Viagra, in these days of aphrodisiacs, dangerous aphrodisiacs, you would have your pleasure for 2 minutes and sleep in a meeting for 7 hours. What kind of pleasure is that? You will go and take Viagra, go and take aphrodisiacs, fill your pot belly, go and have sex for 2 minutes, and then go into a meeting after taking your shower in the skies. And then you sleep in the meeting for 7 hours. You wake up when everybody is gone. Then you look around and then you're asking if you had a dream. Why? My mother used to tell me, listen, when you are growing up, there are some things that you have to outgrow. Mark that up. When you are growing, there are some things you have to outgrow. And those of you who love the Bible, what did Paul say? When I was a young man, I thought like a child. But now I am no longer younger, I am old. And I think like somebody who is old. To God be the glory. My brother, my sister, it's so painful that at almost 90 years, we still have somebody and women and promiscuity peddled around such a person by the kind courtesy of Viagra that will give you heart diseases, kind courtesy of aphrodisiacs. They spend about 20% of the taxpayers' money on things that do not benefit us. Some of them, if we mention to you, you will collapse. I leave that here. Swedro, Akim Swedro MP, please be patriotic. Stay as a Ghanaian. Nobody forced you to be an MP. If you do not want your single citizenship, leave it out. Go and take 20 million citizenship. But you cannot be a public officer. That's all. We just want patriotic people. We want you to use one eye to look into the bottle. We don't want two eyes looking in one bottle. You won't have a clear vision. We are sorry about that. But this is our country. These are our laws. If you want to be American, go to America and deal with them. That's it. We leave it here. My brother, my sister, I'm going to look at another thing very quickly. And we have some interesting things coming up. Jesus have mercy. I'm still reading from my Joy Online, and I want to do it as quickly as I can. Oh my God. It says, I sincerely apologize for my defamatory publication. Adomboachi to Eugene Ayin. You remember a few days ago, Eugene Ayin, the guy whose ex-wife, they just divorced, whose ex-wife claimed that he had a fleet of cars and he had a house by the river or waterfront and other houses, a story of from rags to riches in just a twinkle of the eye. My brother, my sister, let's read. I sincerely apologize for my defamatory publication. Adomboachi to Eugene Ayin. And I read. Mami Efwa Adomboachi has apologized to the Director of Communications at the Presidency, Eugene Ayin. Madam Adomboachi was served notice by solicitors of Mr. Ayin on Tuesday to retract and apologize for a defamatory publication made against their client. According to the lawyers, the defender, the offender, in a Facebook post on October 23rd, stated, as far as I am concerned, Eugene Ayin is a thief. Until an independent probe is launched into his dealings to prove otherwise, no one can tell me his ex-wife's claims are false. But will that ever happen? Absolutely not. Because amassing wealth through illicit means comes with a job. Almost everyone is doing it. And yes, there is no one under God's sun who can write memos and speeches for the president but him. But she has complied. Since Mr. Ayin's lawyers served her a notice to retract and apologize before Thursday, October 28, 2021, or be sued. All right, my brother, my sister. So the lady has apologized. It is so sad when people say things and it's false. It is also honorary for you to publish something or say something, and on hindsight, you realize that, oh, what you believed was the truth was actually not the truth. Be man enough to apologize. To apologize is not a weakness. It just says that you had faith in what you said, but you just got to realize that it is not true. But do not wait until they threaten to sue you. Do not wait until you see danger before you start apologizing. So, why I decided to talk about this is very simple. So right now, according to what we read, Eugene Ayin has given some parts of whatever he has had, the loot that he has had from his political whatever, to his wife, and they are divorced. And he has taken his destiny into his own hands to move on. Same way, if a woman can apologize to you, I think that a lot of the things that politicians do to us, it is time you also started apologizing without any threat of any suit. Apologize. to the people of this country and vow to be better people. That way, our country will be better. My brother, my sister, I leave it here. I'm going to look at another thing quickly. And, I'm going to read this one, and it says, health services workers refuse to end strike despite NLC directive. Remember last week we were talking about some hospital workers saying that they were going on strike? Okay, so that's the story. This one was published today, the 29th day of October 2021, and I'm reading from City Newsroom. It says the striking and health services workers have refused to call off their ongoing industrial action despite the directive from the National Labour Commission, NLC, to them to end the industrial action. The greater regional chairman of the Health Services Union, Nene Tei Ablo, I think they wanted to say Greater Accra, Nene Tei Ablo told City News the union expected formal communication from the NLC before considering an end to the strike, which started on the 26th of October 2021. It needs to be sent to us by an official letter. They cannot just go on air and start talking. We will not accept that. My brother, they are on strike while the president is in his private jet entertaining his guests, whilst his libido is rising to the acme. My brother, my sister, Ghanaian workers deserve better. If the president can walk to teachers and tell them that this is a noble profession and you don't expect to be a millionaire, I see that to be an insult. In some countries, teachers are able to make it to millionaire status because those countries appreciate them. Those countries respect them, and they put laws in place so that they can also prosper like any other hard-working citizen. But our president said that the teaching profession is a noble profession, and for that matter, you cannot be a millionaire when you are in it. Putting that away, Special Prosecutor also said he ditched his university teaching status and decided to go into law and some other different things because his salary could not even buy him a bicycle. A professor at the university. Every now and then teachers are on strike. They are not on strike because they like theatrical performances. They are not on strike because it brings food on their table. They are on strike because they are forced to be on strike. In America, people go on strike. But in most of the cases, we don't see them go on strike because they go to the negotiations table and they make sure that they only will strike when that is the only option left. But in our country, you can go to the negotiation table 1 trillion times and nothing will change. In our country, there's even nothing like a negotiation table. You want to meet the Minister of Employment, is in a meeting. You go there the following week, oh, he traveled with the president on the private jet. Oh, the following day, oh, he's in a meeting. Even at midnight, he's in a meeting. The easiest way to put off your guest is to say that you are in a meeting in Ghana. My brother, my sister, that is what it is. I support our health workers going on strike to demand better pay. In our country, we want to serve the people and we put that ahead. And a lot of us die poor. A lot of us die so young. A lot of us have nothing to show for all the good work we have done. It is time that all these people in power, remember, the power of the people is greater and stronger and superior to the people in power. Think about that. You put them in power, so you have all the power. My brother, my sister, all you need to do is to rise. And when you rise up, they will fall. Continue to be on strike It is unfortunate. Many people are going to lose their lives, but you also deserve better. You Jinain and the rest who have waterfront houses, you also deserve that. They are not better than you. They are not better than teachers. They are not better than doctors. They are not better, my brother, my sister, than those who even work at the university as teachers. Why would they have waterfront houses and you would even have a bicycle? My brother, my sister, the Ghanaian worker needs to be appreciated. The Ghanaian worker must not suffer. They say we pretend to work and they pretend to pay us. My brother, my sister, continue being on strike. Never go back to work until your demands are met. Be very, 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 very accurate with your demands. Be very reasonable with your demands. And go for that. I remember when Jerry John Rawlings said, when teachers went on strike, that there was nothing the nation could do, and that students should not be surprised to see him in the classrooms one of those days to teach. And I'm like, you see, these were people who never respected teachers. Rawlings, what are you going to teach students? War tactics or coup d'etats? Some of us are so young, we don't even remember this. Teachers went on strike, and all Rawlings could tell them was, return to work. Students, if the teachers do not return to work, do not be surprised to see me in the classrooms one of these days teaching. Teach what? Coup d'etat or killing of innocent people? The teacher went to school to be trained as a teacher. They studied what is known as teacher psychology. Teachers are still writing notes, what we call lesson notes. My mother was a teacher, and I wrote some of her lesson notes for her. I know what it is. Let pupil or let student pronounce this word 2 times. What would the student learn at the end of it all? My brother, my sister, how many teachers do that now? Those of you who have been privileged to sit in my class, I always take you to the back. What my teachers did in my days. After writing the topic, what do you say? By the end of this lecture, you should be able to understand A, B, C, D, E, F. So the lecture starts now, and at the end of the lecture, we'll find out if all these things have been fulfilled. If you don't write lesson notes, you won't be able to be disorderly. Today, some people see lesson notes as old-fashioned. Rawlings said that he would go to the class and teach. Are you a teacher? What school did you go to be trained to teach? That's the disrespect for, the Ghanaian worker. You are a soldier, we respect you. You are a coup maker, I will respect you for being a coup maker. Respect the noble teacher. That's their profession. The teacher would not say, I will come and be a coup maker, because the teacher wasn't trained to make coups. The teacher would not say, yes, I'm going to come and also kill like Rawlings killed. The teacher only deals with the classroom. So if you leave your killing and your coup d'etat and invade the territory of the teacher, you are disrespecting the teacher. You are making the teacher think and feel that teaching is so cheap, any coup maker can go and teach. Think about it, brethren. University teachers are on strike. Professors are on strike. Lecturers are on strike. Then a certain old soldier. So, we are going to teach in the universities if the professors will not go back. What are you going to teach them? How to hold a gun? How to cock a gun? Or how to do groundswork? Respect the teacher. Respect the Ghanaian worker. I leave it here, my brother. Next thing I want to look at is a pat on the shoulder of the government in power. This one was published on the 29th. That's today, October 29, 2021. And this I'm reading from Graphic Online. It says, and I quote, and I read, government disburses 2.3 million Ghana cedis to Makwala fire victims. I read, the government has started the disbursement of 2.3 million Ghana cedis to the victims of the July 5, 2021 fire outbreak at Makwala in Accra to mitigate the effects of the incident on their businesses. There was a fire at Makwala. This is not the first time. You remember the fire that engulfed Makwala and some other areas, and fire service could not find water to put off this fire. You remember how fire service disgraced itself, that their water hydrants were empty because Ghana Water Company had been selling the water that was meant for the hydrants. What a cheap talk. And buildings were being razed down in fire. Somebody sold the water that was meant for the fire hydrants. My brother, what should fire service do? Every day, you should be able to check all your fire hydrants. How many seconds does it take to check whether you have water in it or not? But no, you sit down and play draft. Kwakwa, hey, machu kwakwa. Pa, machu kwakwa. Hey, yakogari rana or waba. And water hydrants are there empty. You are playing draft until they call you. Oh, somewhere is burning. Even before that call goes through, Mami Water would have picked it 1 billion times. Before you get that call, oh, okay. Then you sit in your cars, your ambulance, bing, 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 no water. Then you go there, fire hydrant, they open and it's empty. Are you being professional? Why do you take Ghanaians for fool? All this foolishness must stop. The fire service boss needs to be up and doing. You need to check all those fire hydrants. Locate every one of them. Put people in charge. Every day they have to check, is there water in there or not? You don't wait until there's a fire, yet you take your salaries every day. Every month when your salaries delay, you want to go on strike. Yet you don't want to check whether your fire hydrants have water or not. Mark out every fire hydrant and make sure that you have easy access to all the fire hydrants, or else they cease to be fire hydrants. They are now wells. If a fire hydrant is not accessible to the fire service, then it is a well. It's not a fire hydrant. Why? Every now and then buildings are catching fire, especially the marketplaces. Now the government has brought out money. Until fire service ensures that this is done, markets will continue burning. And you blame it on Mahama night and day. You will dole out money that should have been used to build schools and hospitals to go and give to market women because their stalls and whatever got bent due to the carelessness of both the people and the fire service. I'll leave it here, my brother, my sister. I'm going to tackle the next thing, and this might be the last thing. And this one, I'm reading from Ghana Web. This one was published today, Friday, the 29th day of October, 2021. It says, I have never seen Ghana this difficult. And this is Brigadier Nunu Mensah. I intentionally reserved this for that. I have never seen Ghana this difficult. Brigadier Nunu Mensah. Who is he? Okay, see. Former Chief of Defense Staff of the Ghana Armed Forces, Brigadier Joseph Nunu Mensah, seems to have given up on Ghana's development and the opportunity to create jobs under President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The former retired soldier is worried that the majority of the youth are unemployed, despite numerous promises by the Nana Akufo-Addo-led government to create jobs. Brigadier Joseph Nunu Mensah, who was discussing the excessive youth unemployment on NEET FM's morning show, Ghana Muntie, expressed his disappointment in the current administration. To him, Ghana has never experienced such prevention for very long time until recently. He said, sooner or later, the desperate youth will rise against the government, as seen in other African countries. The desperation is coming from so many areas. Is this a prophecy? You don't be surprised if they send the national security after him. That this is fear mongering. But this is nothing but the truth. My brother, my sister, we saw it happen in Guinea. We saw it happen in Congo. We saw it happen in so many different places. Human beings will not eat stones, never, no matter how poor they are. Nobody will sit and be hungry and die when they know that there is a way, legal or illegal, they can eat and keep flesh and bones together. True or false? If they cannot get it by persuasion, doing everything they can, they will take it by force. It's true. Nunu Mensah is not an ordinary man. Former Chief of Defense Staff of the Ghana Armed Forces, a brigadier. He says Ghana has never been this hard. And this is not a 20-year-old man. This is not a 10-year-old man. He was there from the days of Kwame Nkrumah. He saw every single government. He saw every single president. So this man is in a better position to tell us what Ghana is and what Ghana was and what Ghana will be. He's spoken nothing but the truth. The only people enjoying right now are the family of the president. The only people enjoying now are prostitutes in what? Mami Brony and the rest. The only people enjoying now, trust me, are people who are related to the Achim stool. My brother, my sister, they have become overly tribalistic. They want to uplift themselves and pull every other person down. They are overly tribalistic, and I repeat it. You go to Achim and build roads that look like gold. And flower, one E block is collapsing. The chief is begging, please, come and do it for me. Tell me, oh, who is he? He should do it. Look at the arrogance. So tribalistic. They see themselves as better than everybody. Yet when they need votes, everybody is equal. They have done all they can to bring down the legacy of Kwame Nkrumah. Because Kwame Nkrumah was not from Achim. Neither was he from any of the areas that they respect. For that matter, he didn't deserve to be president of this country. Unfortunately, he's the most revered politician in the history of black people. So they will do everything possible, but they can never bring the Osagifo down. It's not possible. My brother, my sister, Nunu Mensah has spoken, and I'm glad he has spoken. This is a man, a brigadier in retirement. His retirement bonuses should be equivalent to a professor at the university and even more. 5 university professors, their salaries combined should be his retirement bonus. But he says the country is hard. And it's never been hard like this. It's true. It is true. Everybody is crying. Boabenga Samoa will come and tell us that no, the country is not hard. It's Mahama who is rather going around polluting the people and convincing the people to say the country is hard. Such an insult. My brother, my sister, on Fridays, we do not normally do the black pot this way. But today, because our guest did not make it, we decided to do it like this. I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you for coming along with me on this precious journey of Pan-Africanism and consciousness. I appreciate you. I love you. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushunomo. And today we've looked at a lot of issues. The final one, I have never seen Ghana this difficult. And this is Nunu Mensah. And he's a man who's been there from the days of Kwame Nkrumah up till now. And he says Ghana is terrible because they've made it a tribalistic government. Only nieces and cousins are enjoying. The rest of the people can go to hell. My brother, my sister, even the Otsajifo, they did not spare. They tried as much as possible to bring him down. To God be the glory. It's been the Black Pot.
Proud of Kwame Nkrumah. Here the king of Africa.